Hi everyone, it's me Emily. I am really excited today because I am doing a video I have never done anything like on my channel before. I'm going to be going onto Nookazon and seeing if I can make some trades. Now I haven't done anything on Nookazon in ages, so I'm kind of curious to see whether or not it's completely dead or are people still using it a lot, or kind of how active is Nookazon in 2024. And for those of you who don't know, Nookazon is a website made for trading Animal Crossing items, no money involved, just trading item for item. And it was really popular when the game was first released, but I don't know how it is now. So I guess with that, we'll just get on with the video and see how it goes. So it was at this point in the editing process that I have learned none of my live audio saved, which is just great. Yeah, a little bit silly on my part. I don't quite know what I did, but yeah, nothing saved. So this will all be in voiceover form. But essentially what I'm doing here is I'm looking for a moon. My main goal for today's episode was to get a moon, just because I want to do this build, which is going to be inspired by the book called The Little Prince. And yeah, you know, it's inspired by the book called The Little Prince, and he lives on a different planet. So I wanted something that I thought could represent a planet, and I thought that the moon item would probably be the best for this. So this person was offering to make a moon for me. I just had to give them the materials required. So I went ahead, and then they were only looking for wishlist items. So then I jumped back onto my Animal Crossing island to see which of the wishlist items I had that they might be interested in. I'm just going to speed this clip up a little bit whilst I talk, but essentially this person had asked for a whole bunch of materials, specifically star fragments and gold nuggets and stuff. So I just picked 1 or 2 stacks of each of these, and I put them all into my offer to see whether or not they would accept. So whilst I was checking out the materials and then trying to make a listing on this moon, I actually ended up getting an offer from somebody, and it said that they wanted to sell me a melody dress from my wish list. Now, I didn't remember having a wish list. It's not something that I did for this episode, but I assume it was just something that I'd done like back whenever I last traded. And clearly, like, I think the last time I traded was right when the Sanrio stuff came out. So it does make sense, and I don't have this melody dress. So after a little bit of confusion and trying to work out whether or not they were actually offering me the dress or not, I decided to just send them a message, because I couldn't tell whether or not they thought I was selling the dress, which I was not, or whether they were offering like me to buy it. So I just sent them this message saying, you know, hey, are you selling this item? And I believe I offered 50 Nook Mart tickets, because actually, let me come back to that. I don't remember, but it's okay. It's going to happen in the video. And then I came back to this moon listing that I had seen earlier, and I went ahead and offered. So this is a listing, for those of you who are unfamiliar with Nookazon, where somebody else has the DIY, and then you bring them the materials and they make it for you. Now, a lot of people, especially if you have friends in the community, like kind of, I have some friends online and stuff from when I first got the game. If they have a recipe, they'll do this for you for free. On Nookazon, it's typical to offer, you know, some Nook Mart tickets or something. Because this person had a wish list, I just went ahead and offered them all of those materials that we picked out from their wish list. And I was hoping that it would be a good amount. I didn't want to offer too little, so hopefully it was going to be enough. I wanted to make sure that also if I had materials, because I have quite a lot of Nook Mart tickets and stuff, but this person didn't ask for any. You know, I wanted to kind of replace the amount of Nook Mart tickets I would give by giving a whole bunch of items. So you can see me go ahead and list all these different things right here. So it was at this point that I got another message back from the seller about the dress. And yeah, I'd forgotten the word, so I'd actually told them that I had Dodo tickets, and they were like, do you mean Nook Mart tickets? And I did. So I went ahead and said yes, and then I believe it was at this point that I made my offer. I just said like, oh, sorry, you know, I forgot the word, but yeah, would you be happy with 15 Nook Mart tickets? And I did check, and the original, or like average selling price for this was 10 Nook Mart tickets, so I felt good about my offer. I felt like, you know, hopefully they thought they were getting a good deal, because they actually reached out to me to sell me this item, so hopefully they were pleased with that. And then they did end up taking this offer, which was very exciting because it meant we were going into our first trade. So here I am. I just went ahead and opened up my island, and now I'm getting ready for my first ever trade of 2024. This was really exciting. I just went ahead and dropped out the Nookazon tickets I had offered them, so just dropping down all 5 tickets here. And then we had our first visitor, and this is Daydreamer, arriving from Daydreamer Everest, who is a late night crybaby. I love it. I was so excited to see just to see someone on my island. I feel like it's been so long since I played with anybody. I should definitely like reach out to my friends and see if anyone wants to still play Animal Crossing with me, because I feel like I've missed that. Yeah, for sure. It's been such a long time since I've actually had someone on my island. I think this is the first time we actually had anybody visit this new island. And then there they are. They walk through the entrance. Really exciting. There's quite a few loading screens. And here we are into our first trade. Now, I don't have the Nintendo thing where like you can type and it puts up what you wanted to say, so please forgive my very slow typing. But this person was so sweet. They said I had a cute entrance, which it is objectively not true right now. And I accidentally cried. I felt so bad about that. I was trying to make my hands clap and I started sobbing. But yeah. They were so nice. They gave me a free gift too, which was very unexpected. And then I quickly tried to type out a thank you message. And yeah, overall this was such a fun experience to do. First ever trade. I had so much fun, and they gave us our address, so no problems. In all fairness, I've never had any problems like with scamming or anything on Nookazon. Everyone's been pretty perfect. So yeah, we got our furniture, and then I decided to hop back onto Nookazon to see, finish up that trade, say thank you to them, and then see if we can find anything else. I went ahead and hopped back onto Nookazon so that I could finish up this trade. I wanted to send them a really quick message just to say thank you so much for the free gift. So I did that. And then right here, I was just working out how I could leave them a review. I was a bit confused because it's been such a long time since I did trading on Nookazon, but I figured it out. So I came down here and I just wanted to say that they were great to trade with and make sure to mention that they gave me a free gift, because I feel like that was so kind. Yeah, the free gift was really exciting, and I actually forgot to record myself opening it, but we got a cinema roll stool, which is so perfect. Like, that's a really great gift because I was ordering the My Melody dress, and I feel like maybe they knew I clearly, in that case, if I'm getting the Melody dress, don't have the amiibos, so they gave me another furniture piece from that. So I was really grateful for that. Very sweet, very fun trade. I enjoyed it a lot. Here I was basically just looking. I got a message from the people who were offering to sell me the moon, and essentially they just said that they were not going to be home for 45 minutes. And it was very late at night. I was already recording this at kind of 11 o'clock and I had class the next day. But I did decide that I was going to stay up and do the trade. I was too excited about getting a moon that I didn't want to say no and try and reschedule. I just wanted to get the moon, get it in my pockets. And I was having such a fun time trading. So I did decide that I would stay up for the 45 minutes. So I let them know that that was all good with me. Having now got a plan to trade for the item that I really wanted, and already having made one trade, there was nothing else that I specifically wanted, but I thought I would just have a little look at what other options might be available. Right now, I'm just going to search for any recipes I don't have, just because I thought it would be a helpful way to start filling out my little Nookopedia recipe list. But for disclosure, before this, I didn't include it because the clip was boring because I didn't have the audio for it. But before this, I did look for some butterfly models, and I actually put a few offers, but I put them, but the problem was the people who were listing these, their listing were from like 10 days ago. So they weren't active right now. They'd listed this quite a long time ago and it still hadn't sold. So even though I chucked a few listings out there, I kind of stopped paying attention to those pretty quickly on, because I was more trying to trade with people who were active right at the same time as me. But yeah, I guess I will just say that that's something which I didn't really notice when I first was on Nookazon, but nowadays there were quite a few items like the butterfly models which didn't have any fresh listings, whereas I would say back in like 2020 there were fresh listings for pretty much every item constantly. But I found this person who had the bamboo doll recipe, which I wanted. They also had the maple leaf pond stone DIY. So I just went ahead and made listings on all these things, and they were asking for Nook Mars tickets. I think I just put 40. I think there was one item that I might have offered 50 for, maybe 50, and then 2 40s in the end of it. I was just trying to put a nice amount out there, just to make sure, you know, they felt like they got a good deal. So I saw this blue wagon, which I don't actually know exactly where I'm going to use it, but I felt like in terms of a little old-fashioned storybook, I feel like there's definitely somewhere on my island I could use this. So I did decide to go ahead and make an offer for that one too. So in the end, I asked for the bamboo doll recipe, the maple leaf pond recipe, and then also the blue cart, but that's not a recipe, that is just a furniture item. So they did end up accepting our offer, very exciting. They accepted the one for the bamboo doll, and then they sent me a message just saying, would I be happy? Like, they were like, oh, I see that you made a few requests, like, do you want to just do them all at once? So I've laid out all the Nook Mars tickets here. I've actually given them one extra stack, so I owed them 50 plus 40 plus 40, which should be 13 stacks of 10, and then I gave them an extra to make it 14 stacks just because I had that many and it looked nice and I thought it would be good. And then we just went ahead and waited until they would turn up to our island. And here we go, they are now on our island. Yay, hello. Oh, trading is so much fun. This might have been one of my favorite videos I've done in such a long time just because of how much fun I had doing it, even though the recording process was a little bit stressful. But they were super friendly, they dropped me my items, and they also gave me a free gift, which did make me think that if I do ever like an episode 2 of this and we do more trading online, it might be a good idea to give people free gifts, only because I had so much fun receiving the gifts and opening them up, and so I feel like maybe it would be a fun thing to try and give that back to other people. So yeah, if we do more, I think I will try and give out some free gifts. But yeah, super nice, super duper kind, and very exciting. I don't know whether or not I filmed me opening up this present, but this present was actually a moth model, which was so perfect because I'd literally just been looking for models before, but I hadn't really found anything because all of the listings were quite old. So receiving a moth model just kind of out of the blue was really great. So this trade went absolutely perfect, very fun, and now we are on to the final one of the day, which is going to be trading for that moon. I jumped quickly back onto Nookazon to review this person too and just say that they did, you know, a lovely trade with me. I was very grateful for the free item as well. And I really enjoy writing the reviews as well as receiving them. I feel like it's a fun part of Nookazon. It does help you know as well whether somebody has maybe been a scammer in the past, but like I say, like I've never really had a problem with that before, but certainly like if that's something you're concerned about, you can try to only trade with like 5-star people or something. But it was not too bad, and then we were just waiting to receive the dodo code for the moon trade. And here I am now in my airport. So exciting, finally leaving. We're gonna go trade for the moon. So in my pockets I have all of those random materials and star fragments and stuff that I offered for them, but I also have the materials needed. So you needed to give 15 star fragments and 1 large star fragment because they're going to take those and craft the moon for me from those materials. So pretty exciting. I literally bought like 2 stacks of star fragments, so even though it's 15, I'm going to give 20 only because I didn't want to count out the 5 and I have spares, and also I did see that the regular star fragments were on their wish list too, so I thought it was a good trade. Here we are flying over this stunning island. I was so impressed. I wish I had like my live reaction to this because I was in awe. They've got a really gorgeous kind of medieval theme, very city cool, so much terraforming, and then such a beautiful entrance and perfectly laid out for trading. They've got just such a gorgeous waterfall, and that little crafting table is set up. It was honestly so pretty. I would love to just explore this island if I had like several hours. And seeing this island really made me think that I should do more dream suite videos, because I used to love doing the dream suite, but I feel like it's a feature I and probably a lot of other people kind of forget exists, but once you're doing them, they're so much fun. So here I am saying a quick little hi and then running on up to the entrance to start dropping my items. So I started by just dropping what she would need to craft, just because I thought that would be good, so that they could grab those and start crafting if they wanted to. And then over here I'm just going to begin placing down all of these items that I brought over to give to them. And I did think, like, it felt like less than what I actually offered, but it definitely was right. I did check. It was right. I think it's just because when I was writing out all those 10s and like counting them out, it took a long time, but actually because of how they stack, it wasn't that many things to drop. But they were very sweet. They crafted our moon, which was so exciting. I can't wait to use this and do a big speed build with it. Honestly, I'm so excited to do that build. I was confused. I thought that they dropped the moon over here, but they didn't. They dropped it down here, which was great. They actually were very sweet. They did drop the extra star fragments, which was really nice, but I didn't want those back, so I just said thank you and then ran on off to the airport. And that was our final trade of the day done. So exciting. Let's go ahead and review our experience. So here I am surrounded by all of the items we traded for today. So I'm wearing my Melody dress. We got 2 recipes. I accidentally learned one when I was trying to drop it. We got the moth model, we got the moon, we have that cute little blue cart, and then we also have the cinema roll store, which was one of the extras we got. Overall, I'm really thrilled with how this went today. I was surprised that we managed to make 3 trades in what was perhaps an hour, so it was really fast and people are definitely still active. I do appreciate it was maybe easier for me to make trades just because I have quite a lot of Nookmar tickets and resources available, but I do think if you're a newer player, you could still find other new players to trade with, because people do seem to be playing and wanting to trade. So even though I was maybe offering what at least I think was a bit more than what the asking price would have been, I think you could definitely still make some trades even if you're offering a bit less. And it was a little bit odd for me to see that some items had really old listings from weeks ago, just because, as I said, when I used to do Nookazon in the early game release, there were almost always fresh listings on everything. But I do think that you can still find most items that you might be interested in. And I just had such a great time doing this. I definitely think I would be interested in doing a part 2 if you guys enjoyed it. If you did like it, then please consider giving me a thumbs up and maybe leave me a comment. Why don't you let me know? Question of the day today, I guess, would be if you've ever done Nookazon, if you're a fan of it. And then if you want to stay up to date with everything I do on this island, you could consider subscribing. Let me just thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye!